Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about Goddess of Victory Nikke, what's going on after the reprint. And I got two questions for you. Is Goddess of Victory Nikke going to be a $100 booster box one day? Yeah, I know, I'm not insane. The other question is, where are all the cards at? So if you don't remember, the booster box got a reprint, all everything exactly the same. You got gold signatures, you got a playmat inside of the case. Trial deck was not reprinted at all. Booster box prices, well, $58.87 out there on the good old TCG player, and this person has 45 of them. If you scroll all the way down here, what you're going to see 34 freaking listings. That is pretty incredible. And you have to ask yourself here, even though there was a preprint and there was people that had thousands of booster boxes before the reprint, and then you take a look after the reprint, people are still buying this. Let me just show you here. In the last month, you had 517 sold. 517. Think about any Weiss Schwarz set in recent memory that actually has done that. I mean, take a look at Gun Online, $23.41. That's absolutely nuts. 27 listings, and in the past month since its release, 19 booster boxes sold. That is absolutely crazy for different kinds of reasons. But just flipping back over here, so why is Goddess of Victory doing this? Is it because it's an awesome IP? Is it because of the wonderful art inside? Or is it because Weiss Schwarz has nothing else going on for it? Also, if you have not seen UUT, I just want to point this out here for you before I start taking a look at more prices. The cool part about doing this with the reprint, we can actually use UUT as a resource because Weiss Japan, they reprint a lot. This set got reprinted at least 2 or 3 times, and the price, of course, of the cards have gone down. And even though this has happened, you can still see cards have sold out. Card prices have dropped on the ones that are not so wanted because of the art or the character on there. But you have some kind of comparison. Because before, when I would go on here, right, you're comparing something that got reprinted versus something that was the initial release. And some people are like, that's not really accurate. So now you have the ability, more opportunity for data to see what happens when you do see a reprint. Because if you don't remember, we will be seeing Azur Lane #2, and you could see, potentially what could happen to that set. Okay, so out here you have cases, of course, and the cases are selling for 12.85 currently. You have people out here with 20 listings, and in the past month, yeah, this is a real deal. In the past month, 23 cases or cartons, whatever you want to call it, have actually sold. Again, just think back to how many other sets don't actually have this same outcome. It is pretty incredible. It speaks a lot about Goddess of Victory Nikke. And then you take a look here when it comes to the actual higher cards, the higher rarities, and this one's going to be the SEC Plus. When I show you these, some of the prices, of course, have come down, but some of the other ones have stayed up for various. Oh, God, does that say 5,000? I know it's late at night. I mean, actually, it is 12:50 a.m. as I'm recording this because I'm headed off to Japan and I wanted to make a video here for you. But you just take a look, last sold August 20th for $2,649.95. That is quite the number itself. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, 5,000. Jeez, that doesn't even seem real. And to the point where I don't even think you're going to get that, obviously. Let's see what this is. We have a pristine 10 PCG. Take a look at that. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. 2750. Okay, or you could just go for this 5 grand ungraded, just roll the dice and see what actually happens. But this is what I'm saying. Like, if you see the amount of booster boxes open, if you see the amount of cases that actually have sold, there are not a lot of availability for some of the more desired cards. If you see this one, we got Finale over here, Noir. This is two listings, $424.01 plus 99-cent shipping. Yeah, there's just not a lot. I mean, this goes back to the whole There was a lot of SPs inside of the set. You could see 40 of them. And given the drop rate from a case, you do the math, it's really hard to actually end up with some of these SPs. And that's why the cards, when they actually are wanted, desired. Yeah, those things aren't showing up here in the market unless I guess someone gets a black label 10 and they're just like, you know what, I'm gonna put it up for sale for $4,000 or something crazy. But even then, scrolling through here, right? 3, 3, 5, 4, 7, 9. And you can just easily tell which ones people want or don't want based on the actual numbers. But this Naga though, it's coming down and I like it because I do enjoy this card a lot. But that's my big question here for you. And based on what you're seeing here, I posed that question at the beginning. Booster boxes 100. I know that sounds crazy. You really think about how much is actually out there, how many cases, how many booster boxes are still available. You still take a look at the triple rares here. You take a look at the SRs and the prices they are actually fetching. You take into account how many booster boxes are actually still selling. Yeah, will this one day, and I'm not talking about in the next month, 2 months, 3 months, one day, do you think this booster box has the potential to hit $100? And I'm not trying to pump it or anything. I mean, just taking a look at all this, I mean, you can argue, you could go at me right now and say, no, I don't think it will be because of X. But at the same time, I think other people can argue based on what you're seeing here in the cards sections about like what is not showing up here, what cards are really expensive, and are you able to actually readily pick it up? I think the answer will lead you to the conclusion about the 100 if you're going to say it will get there one day or will it not. I mean, you have other considerations out there. I mean, you have Union Arena, don't forget about that, coming out. What does it say? November 28th, 2025. And this thing is currently sitting here $69.43. Have people pre-ordered this on TCG Player? The answer is yes. Yes, they may not be anything crazy. You've had 33 total sold, but still, that is 33. And when you think about that, will that take away from Weiss Schwarz? Because some people might have bought the Weiss Schwarz version because they had no other options, but now you get Nikke. I will say this, they do have PR cards. And the biggest problem with Nikke was this came out first, I believe, in Union Arena. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know it's been some time, but I believe it came out in Union Arena first. And when I think about the card art, this is the Weiss Schwarz PR card versus the PR card for Union Arena. You have this premium pack limited edition. Take a look. Voila. So Weiss Schwarz was able to one up them just because they saw the cards that they had. But I know Union Arena, they will talk about the exclusive cards that they got inside of here, the different kind of arts and all that stuff. So, I mean, that is actually true, but at the same time, which would you rather collect? Maybe you want to collect both. I think that's really cool. Maybe you want to play the card game Union Arena versus Weiss Wars. No matter what, it's a really awesome time for the collectors of Goddess of Victory Nikke, or lovers, anyways. There's a lot of people that love this IP. And then I think about this Azur Lane. Will Azur Lane take away from the booster box sales? Because, of course, this came out in April 18th, 2025. You have this new hype one, Azur Lane, which comes out on October 17th, 2025. But in the end, I still think they are two separate IPs with lovely cards inside of it. And given the price where it currently sits at, that is helping them sell more of the boxes. So that reprint, of course, helped people buy more because they didn't want to pay $70, $80 for booster boxes. Now they're able to buy it for $40 and $50. Okay, so let me know your thoughts on all of this. This will be interesting to see how long it takes if it ever does make it to 100. And I think one day many people will be surprised by it. But don't forget, there's other people that bought into this reprint and probably hoarding it. And one day we'll drop it all on us. We'll see when that actually happens. But again, let me know your thoughts. As always, have fun, be happy, don't spend anything outside of your budget. Have a good one.